Welcome to my news videos. So today I'm record this video for 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Here. Right here. I'm recording for 45 minutes because 3 days ago in last yesterday don't have any videos, so today retakes of what the fuck. Oh sorry, I'm have some problem. So today my sick is getting today I'm getting better. Yesterday I'm so very tired because running nose it's make me sick. Yeah, I'm so very tired. I've tried to learn Duolingo Japanese because yesterday I'm very tired. Continue go to the extra classes. Let's have 2 extra classes. The first one does I learn 2 subjects is English and philosophy. No, văn là gì nhỉ? I forgot it. And the next is IELTS reading. Yeah, I'll continue. I was finished the last class, but continue go to the IELTS class. Yesterday I'm so very tired. Additionally, I'm sick, and when I come back home, I want to sleep. I don't want to eat anything. So today videos want to charge my energy. So yeah, this video I think is great to do that. If you are fluent, yeah, and I will turn on the subtitle for you to understand the videos. So in this time I think I don't need more subtitle, and tomorrow I'm continue to shadowing. I want an accent, and when I have an accent I don't want anything subtitle. I want to smoothly experience. So yeah, the purpose I learn English is to watch to read the documentary about the science, or in my field it's about the cybersecurity. It's have many documents. It's really interesting. I want to read it fully and don't need a translation to. Yeah, it's my purpose. So let's start. So today I'm a bit tired, so 45 minutes only reaction this video. Okay. Oh my god. Let's start.
If you understand native speakers when they're telling jokes, that's a sign that you have reached one of the final levels of fluency. In this video, you will improve your English fluency by learning some words and expressions in English jokes. I will tell you some jokes, and you can test your fluency by whether or not you understand them. If you understand these, your English is probably quite fluent. Have you ever been in a conversation where everyone started laughing, but you had no idea what was so funny? Many jokes contain words with a double meaning, and you might only know one meaning of the word. And by the way, sometimes what's funny in one culture may not be funny in another culture. First, let's learn some words and expressions related to jokes. We can say, I get it, and that means I understand the joke. Or you can say, I don't get it. I don't get the joke. And that means I don't understand it. I don't know why it's funny. Another common expression is, it went over my head. The joke went over my head. And that means I didn't understand the humor. I don't know why it's funny. Everybody laughed, but the joke went over my head. Let's look at the meaning of punchline. The last part of the joke that makes it funny is called a punchline. You can say, the punchline was so unexpected that everyone laughed. Let's look at the expression to butcher a joke. And that means to ruin the joke by telling it very badly. If you butcher a joke,
I don't get it. I don't understand that. Butcher. To ruin. What does that mean? I really don't understand this one. Oh my god. So the purpose I'm watching this video because I want to understand the joke in English in England and America and the country using English. Yeah, I want to know this.
Completely destroy the joke. Maybe you forgot some details and the joke wasn't funny anymore. You butchered it. And we have a phrasal verb to crack up. And that's an informal way to say to laugh very hard. So we say to crack someone up. That joke cracked me up. The stand-up comedian cracked everyone up. Or you
Okay, let's practical. My joke is crap everyone up. So what the hell, man? I think it's many times when I study in secondary school, talk something is misunderstandings or something joke in Vietnam. When I have extra classes, I'm talking something that. So yeah, everyone they're laughing too loud as it's my memories. I don't forget it. But in my secondary school, okay, I think I will continue to tell you about it. It's really terrible. When I grade 7, they bullied me, and gradually no. The school is a small society. Yeah. When I learn all grade 7, I've know this, and it's grow up me, and I think it's have the one benefit and one drawback. So I think secondary school is, I don't forget it. Is although is a bad memorized, but some memorize is healing me. My friend in the class, some friend, I'm reading too much manga and buy it and unboxing it. So I'm share with my friend, but some friend is don't friendly with this, and they, I don't want to talk it. But someone borrow my manga, my comic, they don't have to take care of it, and so I'm headed, and some my comic and manga is broken. Oh yeah. So it's like memorize. It's a happy and memorize, and some memorize in secondary school. I want to tell it. I was be bullied in the secondary school. Yeah. But someone who you'll be bullied, you can say your parent. If your parent don't do anything, I think you must do it yourself, or you can cause some help in your class, your teachers. But I think some cultures, their parent and their teachers, they don't care about it. because the money, the politics is affected some country. But in my country, you can call it has a phone number to call it, and you can have some help here, and you can report with them, and then will have you. I think it's a bad thing in my country, but some children in my country they don't have courage to call it, and some children or some victim face with bully. They think it's a secret thing and don't talk to their parent and their teacher, although their teacher and their parent really care about them and care about the victim of the bully. I think my English is not enough to share it, but it's the bad memory and the best fate of this school and the education. It's the first thing I want to talk with you about. The quite something up here is I think is I made somebody laughing. Yeah, so let's continue.
Can say to a person, "You crack me up." And that means, "I think you're really funny. You crack me up." Let's listen to some native speakers.
I love responding and reading your comments. You guys crack me up with your questions.
That just cracked me up, man.
It cracked me up in the moment, and it cracks me up on the rewatch.
You cracked me up.
You know that feeling when a translation is like technically
What the
correct,
heck?
Bạn nghe thấy tiếng Việt này đúng không?
but it sounds completely
Yeah, I
off?
understand. Hey,
Outlier is a
man,
platform where Vietnamese language
what is
professionals
about
evaluate and improve AI.
advertising?
It cracked me up in the moment,
AI.
and it cracks me up on the rewatch.
You cracked me up.
Let's look at the adjective corny. If a joke is corny, it's silly or it's predictable. Usually,
Yeah, some jokes I think it's so very dumb. Yeah, and it's here you can see the definition here, and so I'm start to practice this with this word. Let me think. You know, the skibidi toilet. I think it's really stupid when they spam it with they repetitive spam skibidi when the joke is about or some situation. They think is a skibidi in my country. They call for example some people do the betting or something dumb. I think they always call skibidinya. Yeah, it's Vietnamese meaning. Yeah, it's like they say it. Yes, it's really funny in my school. And yeah, when I grade 10 is recently have graduation in grade 10. Yeah, but it's really funny if you use this for a little time they don't care about it, but you repeat it make everyone annoying. Some people do abuse this word in my country. I think only my class do it. I don't see anybody use this. You can apply in your class. I think using a little time is really funny, and is show you're friendly with your friend. I think so.
in an embarrassing way. Maybe it's old-fashioned, or it's overly sentimental, or it's outdated. You can say, "My dad tells corny jokes. That joke was really corny." And speaking of dads, we have the expression dad joke. Do you know what a dad joke is? A dad joke is simple and it's a clean joke. And it's usually corny.
It's a dad joke. It's a simple, clean joke. I think it's the same with a corny. It's like skibidi. Yeah. But sometimes a dad joke is really dumb here. Yeah. It's like it. And so here I can see the concept here. It's examining with a part of it. Examining with idea. Yeah. You can see fluency, English paraphrase, phrasal verb. No. Homophone. What the hell is that? Fluency. English United States. English phrasal verbs. Homophone. Homophone, what's that mean?
And it's predictable. And it's sometimes intentionally silly. And they're called dad jokes because
It's slimy talk.
they're the types of jokes that your father tells you. He thinks it's funny, but a lot of other people don't. They just roll their eyes and they might say, oh, that's so bad, or oh no, or they might say, that's such a dad joke. My dad used to tell dad jokes. And we laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was so bad. Here's an example of a dad joke. Why was the math book sad? Because it had too many problems. The joke uses a double meaning of the word.
Just remember me. It's like some videos in the YouTube is getting this job of the days in the secondary school. I don't know it because I'm done using TikTok. I'm done using this social media. I think it's really dumb social media. I think you shouldn't use this. It's not good. But sometimes you can use it. So dumb. If you can control yourself, you can use it effectively. But with me, I don't want to. I don't want to control myself to the tần suất. I forget kiểu tần suất của cái việc sử dụng TikTok. Yeah, I will save it and will translate to English. I'm sorry because some word it's hard to convey to English. Sometimes I should ask some Vietnamese. Yeah. Additionally, today I'm very sick and I can be correct in some grammar or word. Yeah, so apologize for that. And today pronunciation is so bad. Okay. It's not like yesterday my voice is very bad, and it's not like last week. Yeah, so only today I make this video 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 29 minutes, and this video is 80 minutes. But I'm not successful to do this video. I'm really boring when I turn on the recording too. It's make me feel why I do that. I think why I learn English. But see again the purpose. I have the motivation to continue to do. So yeah. Let's continue.
Problems. In math, problems means exercises or questions to solve, and it also means difficulties. So the math book is sad because it has a lot of math problems, but it also sounds like it has a difficult life. And this is a typical dad joke because it uses wordplay and a very obvious punchline. Wordplay is also called play on words. It's a humorous use of language where a word has two meanings, or the two words sound similar. Okay, let's look at the first joke. This joke has a play on words, and you would need to know a very common English expression in order to understand this joke. Why don't skeletons fight each other? And the punchline is because they don't have the guts. You have to know the expression to have guts in order to understand the meaning. The first meaning, which is not an expression, is the inside of your stomach. That's called the gut. This is your gut. And skeletons don't have guts, right? They only have bones. But there's also the English expression to have guts. And that means to be brave, to be courageous, or to have determination and strength in difficult situations. Instead of saying to someone, you are very brave, you can say, you have guts. You have a lot of guts. And if you say, I don't have the guts, that means I'm scared. I'm afraid to do it. I wanted to tell him the truth, but I didn't have the guts. Or you can say, it takes a lot of guts to do that. It takes a lot of guts to perform stand-up comedy. This is a very common expression. Let's listen to how some native speakers use to have the guts.
I didn't have the guts to tell my dad I was going to be an acting major.
But if you're brave enough, if you have the guts and the vision and the passion.
Very few companies have the guts to do it.
So let's look at the joke again. Why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they don't have the guts. Let's learn another common English idiomatic expression through a joke. Here's the joke. Why was the calendar nervous? And the punchline is because its days were numbered. Its days were numbered means you have the numbers on the calendar. So the calendar's days really are numbered. But this joke also uses a common idiom, one's days are numbered. And that means something bad is going to happen soon. Something will end soon. It often means that a person will die, but it can mean that they will be fired or that they will be replaced. For example, you can say, his days are numbered. He is old and sick. His days are numbered. And that means he's not going to live much longer. But you can also use this expression about objects. You can say, I love my old car, but
His day is very bad and is a negative meaning. So you can use this combined with the some word describe the circumstances of something or someone with negative meaning. Yeah, let me example. Yesterday I'm learning. It's yesterday? Oh no, 2 days ago you're learning physics go, but have the day are numbered. Yeah, is an example for this word. So let's continue.
its days are numbered. It's very old. It's not going to last much longer. It keeps breaking down. Let's listen to how native speakers use this expression.
In fact, once stars start forming inside a nebula, its days are numbered.
To the criminal traffickers, I say, your days are numbered.
I think his days are numbered, and I think that the regime's days are numbered.
Let's look at the joke again. Why was the calendar nervous? Because its days were numbered. Do you get it? Okay, let's go on to the next joke. Why do cows wear bells? And the punchline is because their horns don't work. You have to know the meaning of horns. It has two different meanings. This is a horn on a car, and the verb is to honk. So you honk the horn to communicate with another driver. But there's another meaning of horn. These are cow horns. The cow has horns. So now you understand the joke. Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work. Did you get it? Let's look at the next joke. This one is related to being able to hear the words that are connected. And here's the joke. Why did the scarecrow win an award? because he was outstanding in his field. This is a scarecrow, and outstanding in his field means excellent at his job. So if something is outstanding, it's very good, it's impressive, it's excellent. And in his field means in his area of work or profession. We can say, she's outstanding in her field. That means she's one of the best in her profession. And outstanding in his field sounds like outstanding in his field, meaning he is standing outside in the farm field. A scarecrow stands in a field. A field is a piece of land where crops grow, like corn or wheat. So he is literally standing out. He's physically outside and visible in the field. So outstanding sounds like outstanding. Exact same pronunciation because of linking. So why did the scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Now you got it, right? With the next joke, let's learn a common idiomatic. Why are frogs so happy? And the punchline is because they eat whatever bugs them. Bug has two meanings. It's both a noun and a verb. Bugs are insects. So a bug is another word for insect. Let's look at the other meaning of bug. This is a verb, to bug. To bug someone. This is a very common expression. It means to annoy or to bother or to irritate. You can say, it bugs me when people interrupt me. That noise outside is really bugging me. Stop bugging me. And the past tense is bugged with a double G. Let's listen to how some native speakers used to bug.
I think this is probably just a creative decision that bugs me personally.
This question has been bugging me for the longest time.
That hypocrisy kept bugging me.
Let's look at the joke again. Why are frogs so happy? Because they eat whatever bugs them. They eat bugs, and they literally eat the things that annoy them. It's a play on words. Let's learn another common casual word that English speakers use all the time. And this joke is based on a homophone. A homophone is when two words have exactly the same pronunciation. And here is the joke. Why did the cookie go to the doctor? And the punchline is because it felt crummy. And crummy has two meanings. It can be spelled with M-B-Y or a double M and Y. Crummy. To feel crummy is to feel unwell, to feel sick. Sometimes it's physical and sometimes it's emotional, or to be unhappy. So if you say, I feel crummy, it means I don't feel good. And let's look, to feel phone is when two words. Let's learn another common casual word that English speakers use all the time. And this joke is based on a homophone. A homophone is and crummy has to feel sick. Sometimes it's physical and sometimes it's emotional, or to be unhappy. So if you say, I feel crummy, it means I don't feel good. And let's look at the other meaning of crummy. Look at the word crumb. The B is silent. And that means broken off pieces of food or broken off pieces of bread. These are breadcrumbs. Make sure that you're not pronouncing the B. So if you say the cookie is crummy, it means that maybe the cookie is falling apart. This cookie is crummy. So crummy and crummy are pronounced exactly the same way. And here's the joke. Why did the cookie go to the doctor? Because it felt crummy. The cookie is crummy and the cookie felt crummy. It didn't feel good. Crummy is a casual word. It's very common. Let's listen to how some native speakers used it.
It had a negative effect on me. It felt pretty crummy.
Where astronauts came home and felt pretty crummy for quite a long time.
If you're really sorry, you should feel crummy.
The more expressions you know and the more vocabulary you know, the more easily you will understand native speakers and humor in English. So make sure to keep expanding your English vocabulary and your knowledge of English expressions. And to continue your fluency journey and take your English to the final level of fluency, I recommend that you get my online courses. We have a lot of different courses that will help you really feel confident about 100 articles about the punchline. Produced a little wine from grapes. When someone steps on a grape, it gets crushed and the juice comes out, which is how wine is made. So it let out a little wine means the grape produced a little wine. And to whine is a verb. It means to complain in a sad, high-pitched voice, to cry or to complain annoyingly. Small children often whine. You can say to someone, stop whining. And that means stop complaining. Don't whine about your homework. Just do it. Why are you always whining? Let's listen to how some native speakers used it.
May seem obvious, but most people whine and wallow in their misery rather than just doing something.
You can wish, or you can whine, or you can be a total jerk.
Many of us are angry and cynical, and many of us spend a lot of our times whining.
Don't complain and whine about what is. Create what is supposed to be.
Let's look at the joke again. What did the grape say when someone stepped on it? Nothing. It just let out a little whine. It made a sound like it was whining, like it was complaining. Let's look at the next one. Do you understand this joke? What do you call a bear with no teeth? And the punchline is a gummy bear. To understand this joke, you have to know what gummy bears are, and you have to know the meaning of the adjective gummy. These are gummy bears. They're candy. Do you eat them in your country? And these are gums.
Yeah. In Vietnam, you have to, like, the gummy bear is a cheep. Yeah. It's calling us. It have the two meaning. But the popular one is cheep. Yeah. Cheep. It's calling it. You can learn some word in Vietnam. I think if when I have enough knowledge, I will share it with the foreign friend in other countries, other world, and I want to brought their Vietnamese, and once a day the Vietnamese talk all the world. It's my dream I want, but my best dream is the second dream. And this is first dream is I want protect the system all the world by my technique and by my knowledge I was learned. Is an arting, and the third dream I want to learn all the subjects. It's crazy, but it's my dream, and if I can do it for about 50%, I'm really happy. Only 1% or 20, 30, 40, lower than 15%. I'm still happy, but it's most higher than 1%. If it's 1%, it means I don't do anything. And I don't từ bỏ. I eliminate it on my target. So it's only 40 minutes. So yeah, let's continue to watch this. Oh my god, what is it?
They hold your teeth. And sometimes we say gummy. This is a gummy smile because we can see her gums. So here's the joke again. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear.
No.
Do you get it? Let's look at the next one. This joke has a very common idiomatic expression. And here's the joke. I stayed up all night wondering where the sun went. Then it dawned on me. In this case,
I will cut into this. some broken, so I cut it. With some broken, I cut it.
In this case, the word dawn is used in two different ways. Do you understand both of those uses? I stayed up all night means I didn't sleep at night. I stayed up. I didn't go to bed. And dawn means sunrise. Dawn is the early morning time when the sun rises and the sky becomes light. You can say, I woke up at dawn. In the winter, I have to wake up before dawn to go to work. So I didn't go to sleep at night thinking about the sun. And then it became dawn. Morning came. It dawned on me. And to dawn on someone is a common idiomatic expression. It dawned on me means I suddenly realized. I suddenly understood. The answer finally came to me. I had a moment of realization.
Giúp mình nhớ từ vựng tiếng Anh lâu gấp 3 lần. Tại đây, từ vựng được chia theo từng chủ đề.
Are you sure?
Good.
When I using flashcard, I think it's not suitable for me. And I like academic learning than natural learning. It's so crazy. But I don't know why I loved it. I love academic learning. I don't know. I think it's about the education of Vietnam. It's too academic. I think in English. But some lesson we have the French people who only teach with English. So it's good for me. Yeah. And I can talk with them. Although understand all things they talk, but I think about 2 or 3 years I talk with them with a bigger worry, so I can talk with them fluency. Is a bad thing? I think that. Oh yeah.
The answer finally came to me. I had a moment of realization. You can say, the truth finally dawned on him. It dawned on me why my friend was so angry. Let's listen to some native speakers use to dawn on someone.
And it dawned on me that maybe I should take my own advice.
And it dawned on me right then and there that this group was at a structural disadvantage.
And it dawned on me, maybe we're looking at this the wrong way.
It just never dawned on me.
And here's the joke again. I stayed up all night wondering where the sun went. Then it dawned on me. And that means the speaker stayed up all night looking for the sun. And then in the morning, 2 things happened. The sun finally appeared, and the person suddenly understood where the sun had been. It finally dawned on him. Let's look at the next joke, and this one is also a play on words. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, but no atmosphere. The joke is funny because the word atmosphere has 2 different meanings. The first meaning of atmosphere is air, the gas around the planet. That's a scientific meaning. The moon has almost no air or atmosphere. So if you open a restaurant on the moon, there is literally no atmosphere. You can't breathe. But atmosphere has another meaning. It means the feeling or mood of a place, the ambiance. And when we talk about a restaurant or a hotel or a party, we talk about the atmosphere. Is it romantic? Is it lively? Is it fun? Is it relaxing? Etc. We can say, this restaurant has a great atmosphere. And that means it feels nice. It feels pleasant to be there. And if we say, this place has no atmosphere, and that means the decor or the design is boring or cold, and you don't want to be there. Did you get it? Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, but no atmosphere. How did you do? How many of the jokes did you understand? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and keep practicing your English.
Mais merci.
This game is, oh my godness. Okay, settings is good, but I have only 8 minutes. I don't have anything here. What the heck?
University of British Columbia. These are the questions that fascinate me.
I will reaction the
other nickname. He said, "Tay, I grew up poor in Fort Wayne."
To go before my freshman year in high school, I wanted to play snare drum in the Foxborough High School marching band. However, and it was a dream that I just had to accomplish.
So tomorrow I will.
But each snare drum and harness weighed about 40.
I will shadowing this video here. Your brain will not be the same after watching this. Your brain will not be the same that I brought. Take X here. I think I will watch for 7 minutes. Focus to watches.
Pounds each. And I have a disease called progeria. So just to give you an idea, I weigh about only 50 pounds. So logistically, I really couldn't carry a regular size snare drum. And because of this, the band director assigned me to play pit percussion during the halftime show. Now, pit percussion was fun. It involved some really cool auxiliary percussion instruments like the bongos, timpani, and timbales and cowbell. So it was fun. But it involved no marching, and I was just so devastated. However, nothing was going to stop me from playing snare drum with the marching band in the halftime show. So my family and I worked with an engineer to design a snare drum harness that would be lighter and easier for me to carry. And so after continuous work, we made a snare drum apparatus that weighs only about 6 pounds. I'm just going to give you some more information about progeria. It affects only about 350 kids today worldwide, so it's pretty rare. And effects of progeria include tight skin, lack of weight gain, stunted growth, and heart disease. Last year, my mom and her team of scientists published the first successful progeria treatment study. And because of this, I was interviewed on NPR. And John Hamilton asked me the question, what is the most important thing that people should know about you? And my answer was simply that I have a very happy life. So even though there are many obstacles in my life, with a lot of them being created by progeria, I don't want people to feel bad for me. I don't think about these obstacles all the time, and I'm able to overcome most of them anyway. So I'm here today to share with you my philosophy for a happy life. So for me, there are 3 aspects to this philosophy. So this is a quote from the famous Ferris Bueller. The first aspect to my philosophy is that I'm okay with what I ultimately can't do because there's so much that I can do. Now, people sometimes ask me questions like, isn't it hard living with progeria? Or what daily challenges of progeria do you face? And I'd like to say that even though I have progeria, most of my time is spent thinking about things that have nothing to do with progeria at all. Now, this doesn't mean that I ignore the negative aspects of these obstacles. When I can't do something like run a long distance or go on an intense roller coaster, I know what I'm missing out on. But instead, I choose to focus on the activities that I can do through things that I'm passionate about, like scouting or music or comic books or any of my favorite Boston sports teams. Yeah. So, however, sometimes I need to find a different way to do something by making adjustments, and I want to put those things in the can-do category. kind of like you saw with the drum earlier. So here's a clip with me playing Spider-Man with the Foxborough High School marching band at halftime a couple years ago. So that was pretty cool. And so I was able to accomplish my dream of playing snare drum with the marching band, as I believe I can do for all of my dreams. So hopefully you can accomplish your dreams as well with this outlook. The next aspect to my philosophy is that I surround myself with people that I want to be with, people of high quality. I'm extremely lucky to have an amazing family who have always supported me throughout my entire life. And I'm also really fortunate to have a really close group of friends at school. Now we're kind of goofy. A lot of us are band geeks, but we really enjoy each other's company and we help each other out when we need to. We see each other for who we are on the inside. So this is us goofing off a little bit. And so we're juniors in high school now, and we can now mentor younger band members as a single collective unit. What I love about being in a group like the band is that the music that we make together is true, it's genuine, and it supersedes progeria. So I don't have to worry about that when I'm feeling so good about making music. But even having made a documentary and going on TV a couple times, I feel like I'm at my highest point when I'm with the people that surround me every day. They provide the real positive influences in my life, as I hope that I can provide a positive influence in theirs as well. Thank you. So the bottom line here is that I hope that you appreciate and love your family, love your friends, for you guys, love your bros, and acknowledge your mentors and your community, because they are very real aspects of everyday life that can make a truly significant positive impact. So, the third aspect to the philosophy is...
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus. And this is your brain when you're in the zone. But getting...
The third aspect to the philosophy is keep moving forward. Here's a quote by a man you may know named Walt Disney, and it's one of my favorite quotes. I always try to have something to look forward to, something to strive for to make my life richer. It doesn't have to be big. It could be anything from looking forward to the next comic book to come out, or going on a large family vacation, or hanging out with my friends, to going to the next high school football game. However, all of these things keep me focused and know that there's a bright future ahead.
Okay, that's enough for today. Cheerio. Ta-ta for now. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.